Tasman here from Tasman's Crochet Creations, and for today's tutorial I'll be showing you how to crochet this cute little octopus keychain. Isn't it just adorable? Like, look at this thing. Isn't it just so cute? Like, look at it. Isn't it just so cute? Yeah, so for today's tutorial I'll be showing you how to crochet this cute little guy. So yeah, let's get started with the materials, shall we? Okay guys, so in order to get started, these are the materials that we'll be needing for the octopus keychain. So as for the yarn, I'll be using this. So this is the yarn that I'll be using. It is Charity double knit pull skein. It is 100% acrylic. It is 233 meters or 256 yards, and it is a 100-gram ball. It recommends a 4mm crochet hook, and I'll be using the color Crocus, which is this nice light purple. So that's for the yarn that we'll be using. With that, I'll also be using a 2mm crochet hook. This is just to get our stitches nice and tight, and yeah, just to create nice keychains or amigurumis. With that, I'll be needing a pair of scissors, a tapestry needle, a stitch marker. You'll also be needing some pillow stuffing, and with that I'll also be using a blunt pair of scissors just to help push in that stuffing. And then you'll also be needing some safety eyes. These are 12mm safety eyes that I've got here, as well as their backs. And also have a keychain and the Jumpring. And then we'll also be needing like a little bit of white thread. I just have some scrap yarn here, some white yarn. This is just so we can embroider some white highlights behind the eyes, just to make the eyes pop a little bit more. And then you'll also be needing some black thread or some black floss, anything like that. So yeah, I'll be using this black thread. This is crochet number 5 yarn. It is also 100% acrylic, and yeah, so this is what I'll be using to embroider the little smile on. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? Oh, and I forgot to mention that I'll be using my hot glue gun just to secure the backs on, or just to secure the glue onto the, and I'll also be using my hot glue gun as well, just to secure the backs onto the safety eyes. And yeah, so that is it for the materials. Let's get started. Okay, so to get started with the octopus, you just want to grab your yarn. So I'll be using this purple yarn. You can of course use whatever color you want. I just feel like this purple best suits the octopus, so but it's entirely up to you. Okay, so with your main color, we are going to make a magic ring, and we're going to place 6 single crochets into the magic ring. So in order to make a magic ring, what you'll do is you'll take your yarn, wrap it around your 2 fingers once, twice, and then the 3rd time cross over to form an X. Then you're going to insert your hook underneath those 2 front loops, pick up the 3rd loop, and then you're going to do a chain 1 just to secure. So chain 1 is just a yarn over and pull through. Okay, so there you go, there is our magic ring. And now we're going to place 6 single crochets into this magic ring. So in order to do a single crochet, we're going to insert our hook into that magic ring, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 2 loops on the hook, then yarn over and pull through 2 of those loops. Then again, you're going to insert, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and the way to count your stitches is with these V's that you see there. Let me just maybe zoom in a little bit. Okay, so now after you've completed your 6 single crochets into the magic ring, which you can count there, so 1 2 3 4 5 6, so you can count by looking at those little V's, which is the top of those stitches. Yeah, so to close up your magic ring, you're going to take your tail end and you're going to pull on your tail end, and then you'll see your magic ring gets pulled in, or that one loop of the magic ring gets pulled in. Whatever loop gets pulled in, you're going to take that loop, pull it down towards you, and then you'll see it's closing up that other loop. Okay, and then and then you're gonna, to get rid of this other loop here, you're gonna take your tail end and pull on your tail end, and then you'll get rid of that other loop. Okay, so now for going on to the next round, we are going to place an increase into each stitch around. And an increase is just 2 single crochets into each stitch around. So because we started off with 6 single crochets, by the end of the second round we should have 12. So we can count back to our first stitch. So that's 1 2 3 4 5 and 6, so this one here. And then you're going to place 2 single crochets into there. So again, an increase is just 2 single crochets into the same stitch like that. Then you can grab your stitch marker and place your stitch marker into that first stitch of that increase, of the 2 single crochets. And then you can just repeat that all the way around, placing an increase into each stitch around. And as I said, your stitch count should have gone up from 6 up to 12 by the end of the second round. So, and then I'm just going to increase into my last stitch now. And then again, you should have 12 single crochets. So that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 and 12. Yeah, moving on to the next round, you're going to place 1 single crochet into the first stitch, replace your stitch marker. Okay, and then you're going to do an increase into that next stitch. Okay, and then you will just repeat that around, placing 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and then an increase into the following. Okay, and you will just repeat that all the way around, placing 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and then an increase, and your stitch count should have gone up from 12 up to 18 by the end of this round. Okay, so as I said, by the third round your stitch count should have gone up from 12 up to 18 by the end of the third round. Okay, so now moving on to the next round, you're going to remove your stitch marker, and then you're going to place 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches. So that's 1 2, and then we'll do an increase in the next stitch. Okay, and then you'll just repeat that around, placing 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches, and then an increase into the next stitch. And your stitch count should have gone up from 18 up to 24 by the end of this round. And you'll just repeat that all the way around until you get back around to the beginning. you'll just place one single crochet into the next 2 stitches and then an increase into the next. Okay, and then you'll increase into your last stitch. So a great way to know if you've increased correctly is that if you started off with one single crochet, you would end off on an increase, and vice versa. If you start with an increase, you'll end on one single crochet. Okay, so moving on to the next round. So by the end of that 4th round, your stitch count should have gone up from 18 up to 24 by the end of that last round. Okay, so moving on to the next round, we are going to place one single crochet into the first 3 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then we'll do an increase into that next stitch. And a great way to also know that you have increased correctly is that all of your increases should line up. If you can see there, all of our increases are on top of each other. And also the stitches in between the increases are increasing by 1 stitch, if that makes any sense. So we started off with 1 on the 3rd round, then on the 4th round there was 2. Yeah, so on the 3rd round there was 1 single crochet in between the increases. Then on the 4th round there was 2 single crochets in between the increases, and now on the 5th round there is 3 single crochets in between the increases. Okay, so again you're going to place 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then an increase, and then 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches, and an increase. And again, by the end of this round, your stitches should have gone up from 24 stitches up to 30 stitches by the end of this round. So now moving on to the next few rounds, from round 6 to round 13. So for the next 8 rounds, I believe. Yeah. So for the next 8 rounds, you are going to place 1 single crochet into each stitch around with no increases and no decreases, just 1 single crochet into each stitch around, and your stitch count should remain the same as 30 stitches. Okay. So you can go off and you can complete the next 8 rows or 8 rounds with no increases and no decreases, just 1 single crochet in each stitch around until you have a total of 13 rounds or a total of 8 rounds with just 1 single crochet in each stitch around. Okay, So I'll meet back up with you when we are finished with 8 rounds of single crocheting. Okay, so now I am back and I have completed a total of 8 rows or 8 rounds of just 1 single crochet in each stitch around, and you would have kept the same stitch count as 30 stitches. So now we are going to place our safety eyes in. So I'm just going to heat up my glue gun while I'm at it. Okay, so you just want to grab your safety eyes and you'd want to insert them. So I like to insert my safety eyes opposite to where I'm currently working. So you would want to insert your safety eyes between rounds 9 and round 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So between this round. Okay, so I'm just gonna push this in. Okay. With 7 stitches in between. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then in this next stitch, whoopsie, in this next stitch we will insert our safety eye. Yeah, there's our little eyes inserted, and then we can just grab our backs and insert the backs on. Okay. Isn't that just cute? Look at his big eyes. Okay, so now I'm just going to dab some hot glue onto the backs of my safety eyes. Okay, so now I'm just going to grab my glue gun here, and now I'm just going to insert some hot glue just around those safety eyes. This is just what I do just to add some extra security. As you know, safety eyes aren't all that safe, so okay, so now after we've glued on the safety eyes, we can now move on to the next round. So we can grab our crochet hook again. Okay, so now what we're going to do for this next round is we're going to start decreasing. We're going to do a decrease. Okay, so we're going to place 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches. So that's 1, replace our stitch marker, 1, 2, and 3. And then we are now going to do an invisible decrease. So in order to do an invisible decrease, we're going to find the front loops of the next 2 stitches. So as we mentioned before, you have this V, and what makes up this V stitch is the front loop, which is the loop closest to you, and the back loop. So the back loop is the loop furthest away from you, and the front loop is the loop closest to you. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are now going to decrease the next 2 stitches together. Okay, so how we're going to do that is we're going to find our front loops. So we're going to insert our hook underneath that front loop. We're going to pick up that front loop, then we're going to twist our hook down and insert our hook into the front loop of the next stitch. And then there you should have the 2 front loops of those stitches on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over, pull through those 2 front loops, and then you'll have 2 loops there. And then you'll yarn over and do a single crochet to finish off that decrease. And that's how the invisible decrease looks like. And you will just repeat that around. So you'll place 1 single crochet into the next 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. And then you'll do a decrease over the next 2 stitches. So again, you'll find the front loop of that next stitch, twist your hook down, and then insert your hook into the front loop of the next stitch. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through those 2 front loops there. You'll have 2 loops on the hook, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through 2 to finish off your single crochet. Okay, And then you will just repeat that around, and your stitch count should have gone down from 30 back down to 24. Yeah, so again it's 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and then you'll decrease the next 2. So again, find that front loop of the next stitch, twist your hook down, and insert your hook into the front loop of that next stitch, like that. Then you're going to yarn over, pull through those 2 front loops. You'll have 2 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through 2 to do your single crochet. Okay, and again you will just repeat that around, and your stitch count should have gone down from 30 down to 24. Okay, and then you'll decrease 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches, and then a decrease, and then you should have 5 stitches left after your last decrease. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which is correct, because you will have your 3 single crochets, and then your last 2 stitches will be decreased together. Okay, like that. Yeah, so now our work has come in a little bit, which is what we want. Okay, so now moving into the next round, we're going to remove our stitch marker, and then we're going to slip stitch into the front loop of the beginning stitch. So remember the front loop is the loop closest to you. So into that next stitch, you're going to insert your hook into the front loop of that next stitch, then you're going to yarn over, pull through, and then pull that loop through this loop on your hook to do a slip stitch. Okay, and now we're going to do the tentacles of the octopus. So now in order to do the tentacles, we are now going to chain 16. So to do a chain, you're going to yarn over and pull that yarn through that loop on your hook. So that's 1, yarn over, pull through, 2, yarn over, pull through, 3, yarn over, pull through, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Okay. And then we're going to turn our work to reveal these back bumps of the chains. So you see these are the V's of the chains. We're going to turn it over and we'll work into these back bumps that you see there. Okay. And then you're going to do 3 double crochets into the second chain from the hook. So we're going to skip this first chain here and go into the second chain into the back bumps. We're going to do a double crochet. So to do a double crochet, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into that back bump there. Then you're going to yarn over, pull through. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. Okay, you'll have 3 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over, pull through the first 2. Okay, so you'll yarn over, pull through the first 2. Then you'll have 2 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through that last 2. Okay, so that's 1 double crochet. We need to put 2 more into the same stitch. So you're going to yarn over, insert into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 3 loops on the hook. Then you're going to yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull through the last 2. So that's 2 double crochets. Now we have to do 1 more. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 3 loops on the hook. Then you're going to yarn over, pull through the first 2, and then yarn over, pull through the second 2. Okay, and then you'll just repeat that for the remaining chains. Okay, so you will just repeat that for the remaining chains. So you're going to find your next chain, and you're going to place 3 double crochets in there. So you're going to yarn over, insert into the next chain, and do your 3 double crochets, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. 1 more, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. Move over into the next stitch. You're going to yarn over, insert into that next back loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, insert into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. 1 more time into that same stitch. So we're going to yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so we should have so far 3 double crochets into the first 3 stitches, and you will just keep repeating that along all of those chains. Okay, so you'll place 3 double crochets into each chain across. Okay, so you'll put 3 double crochets into the same chain through each chain across, if that makes any sense. Okay, so you'll just repeat this all the way along your chains, placing 1 single crochet into, placing 1 double crochet, you're going to continue placing 3 double crochets into each chain across until you get back to the beginning, and then I'll show you what to do from there. Okay, so now I am just placing my 3 double crochets into my last chain here. Just placing my 3 double crochets into there. Just 1 more now. Okay, so this is what our tentacle should be looking like. It just needs some shaping. Yeah, you can just twist it out like that. Yeah, there's our one little tentacle. Okay, so after we've double crocheted into all of those chains, we're going to skip 2 stitches. So we're going to skip this stitch that the chain's coming out of over there, and we're going to skip the next 2 stitches and slip stitch into the front loop of the next stitch. Okay, so we're going to skip 1, 2, and then find the front loop of the 3rd stitch, and you're going to slip stitch in there. So you're going to yarn over, pull through, and then pull this loop through that loop. Okay, so that's what it should be looking like. Okay, and you will just repeat that around. So you'll chain 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then you'll turn and place 3 double crochets into the 2nd chain from hook and in each chain across. Okay, so now after completing your last tentacle, we're just going to slip stitch into that first stitch that we made there, and yeah, we're just going to slip stitch into there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to find the next stitch. So you're going to, okay, so now we're going to work into the back loops only. So you see these loops that are now remaining after working in the front loops. We're now going to work into those loops there. So you're going to find the stitch just behind where you are working now, and then you're just going to start placing 1 single crochet into there, and then you'd want to insert your stitch marker. Okay, and then you're going to place 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and we're going to work in the back loops only. So all of these loops that are now available, we're going to work into the back loops only, because we initially worked into the front loops. Yeah, so you're going to work 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then you're going to do your decrease into the back loops only. And then again 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches in the back loops only. 1, 2, and then we're going to do a decrease. Okay. And then 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches in the back loop only. Okay, and then you'll find your next 2 back loops and do your decrease like how you normally have been doing your decreases. And instead of going in through the front loops, you're going to go into the back loops. Okay, and you'll just repeat this around, and your stitch count should go down to 18 stitches by the end of this. And again, you're just working entirely into those available back loops, doing 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches and then a decrease. and then our last 2 stitches over here should be a decrease, okay, and then again you just want to count your stitches just to make sure you're on the right track. So you should have 18 by the end of this round. So that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 and 18. Okay, so we have the right amount of stitch count. Okay, so now we're actually going to stuff. So it's time to stuff our little octopus. So you can grab some of your stuffing, and you can grab your blunt pair of scissors, and then we can just start stuffing. Yeah, so you're just gonna push that stuffing into the head of the octopus, or the body, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I'm just going to grab a little bit more, and I'm just going to try and get into like all of the little corners. Okay, I think that's about it. I think that's fine. Okay, let me just see if I can push in this last bit of stuffing. Okay, perfect. There's our little stuffed octopus. Oopsie. Yeah, isn't he just cute? Okay, so now we can continue decreasing. Sorry, my yarn has now got entangled in my octopus legs. Okay, so now you just want to insert your crochet hook back in. Okay. And then you can remove your stitch marker, and then we're going to place 1 single crochet. We're going to place 1 single crochet into the first stitch, and then you're going to replace your stitch marker. Okay, and then you're going to do a decrease, so find your next stitch and do your decrease. And now you can do your decrease as normal, going in through those front loops, and then again find your next stitch and do 1 single crochet, and then do a decrease over the next 2 front loops, and then 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and then a decrease. And then your stitch count should have gone down from 18 down to 12 by the end of this round. Yeah, now I'm just doing a decrease over the last 2 stitches, and again your stitch count should have gone down from 18 down to 12 by the end of that last round. Yeah, and now we are going to do our last decrease round. So you can remove your stitch marker, and now we're just going to decrease into each stitch around. So you're just going to decrease around, and your stitch count should go down from 12 down to 6 by the end of this last round. So you just want to replace your stitch marker after doing your first decrease, and then you can continue decreasing all the way around. Okay, so now once you're finished, it should look something like that now. So now we can end off. So you can slip stitch to the first stitch if you want to. Okay, and then you can grab your scissors and leave a little bit of a tail for sewing. And then you can pull up and out. And then in order to sew this in, you can just grab your tail end and sew up your darning needle, or weave and thread up your darning needle. And then we're now going to close up this little hole that we see there. And in order to do that, we're just going to go through the front loops of each stitch around, essentially doing like a big decrease. Yeah, so going in through the front loops of all of the stitches. And then once you've worked into all of your front loops, then you can just grab your tail end and just pull on that taut, and then you can insert your needle into the center of those stitches and come out somewhere on the head and pull that taut. So yeah, now it's nice and flat on the bottom. And then you just want to weave in your tail end, so you just want to insert your needle into the same stitch you came out of and out somewhere else, and repeat that a few times. So insert your needle into the same stitch you came out of and out somewhere else. And then insert your needle into the same stitch you came out of and out somewhere else. And you just want to do this a few times until your tail end is nicely sewn in. Again, inserting to the same stitch you came out of and out somewhere else. Inserting a needle into the same stitch you came out of and out somewhere else. Yeah, I think that's okay. And then you can just grab your scissors and you can just snip off this tail end. Yeah, and there is our cute little octopus. Isn't he just cute? Isn't he just cute? Okay, so there's our cute little octopus. And now the only thing left to do is to embroider whites around the eyes and the smile and the keychain. So let's do that. I think we can embroider whites around the eyes first. So I'm just going to grab my thread here, my white thread, thread up my darning needle. Yeah, I don't have much thread here, so I hope that this is going to be enough. And then I'm just going to insert my needle into a stitch at the back. and then I'm going to come out just underneath the eye here. So I'm just going to come out just underneath, and then I'm going to insert my needle into the top stitch above the eye and come out by the other eye, the bottom of the other eye, and then you just want to pull on your thread, but don't pull it too tight. You just want to make sure that it sits nicely behind the eye, like that. Okay, and then since you came out underneath the eye on this side, you're going to come out, or you're going to insert your needle into the top stitch above the eye and come out into the same stitch that you threaded your yarn into the head, if that makes any sense. So come out through the back where your other tail end is, and then you just want to make sure that the yarn falls to the left of the left eye, like that. Isn't that just cute? Okay. And then if you want, you can weave in your tail end, or you can tie your tail ends into a knot. And then you can grab your needle, or you can snip this short. You can snip your tail end short, and then you can just push your tail end into you can just pull your tail end into the body, onto the head, and just push your tail end. Okay, so that is the eyes sewn in, and now it's time to do the mouth. So you can get your black thread, so your black floss or black cotton, whatever you want, and then you can just thread up your needle. Okay, and you can do the same thing. You can insert your needle from the back to the front. Okay, and then you can come out to a row below the eye, and kind of like 3 stitches away from the bottom of the eye, if that makes any sense. And just kind of like eyeball it, and then we're going to skip over maybe 3 stitches, and then we're going to come out 1 row, 2 rows below, and in the middle, and then so it'll look something like that. And then to make a smile, you're just going to sew up underneath that loop and sew down like that. Like that. Okay, so if you're happy with that, you can do the same as what we've done before. If you want, you can weave in your tail end, or you can just tie these in a knot. Okay, and then you can snip these a little bit shorter, and then you can pull this knot into your work like that, and now it's hidden on the inside. And there we go, there's our cute little octopus. If you want, you can add some blush. Yeah, but for now I think I am happy with the way this little girl looks. So now I'm going to add the keychain. So you want to grab your Jumpring and your keychain, as well as your jewelry pliers, and then you just want to grab the Jumpring with your jewelry pliers, and then you want to find the 6 single crochets from the beginning of the octopus and just insert your needle, insert your jump ring from one side of the magic ring to the other, or from the one side of round one to the other, so it looks like that. And then you just want to grab your keychain, place that on top like that, or place the last chain onto the jump ring, and then you just want to close up your jump ring. Okay, like that. And there's your cute little jellyfish, your cute little octopus keychain. Isn't he just so cute? Okay, let me zoom out. Okay, so there it is, guys. There's our cute little octopus keychain. I really hope you enjoyed learning how to crochet this cute little octopus. And like I said, you can add some blush if you wanted to give it that extra little cuteness, which I think would look quite great. So yeah, that is it for today's tutorial. So yeah, isn't he just cute? Isn't he just cute? Look at that. Look at that. Hello. Yeah, he's just so cute. He's adorable, isn't he? Okay guys, so that is it for today's tutorial on how to crochet this cute little octopus keychain. I really hope you enjoyed learning how to crochet this cute little guy. Isn't he just so cute? So yeah, that is it for today's tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed learning how to crochet this cute little guy. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It really does help out my channel. And again, thank you guys so much for 2,000 subs. I still cannot believe it. It's crazy to think, honestly. But yeah, that is it for today's episode. Please don't forget to check out my Spin the Wheel game series that I do every Monday, or that I release every Monday. There's a playlist. Available on my YouTube channel for all of the Spin the Wheel game series episodes. For the game series episodes, yeah. For all of the episodes of the series, and yeah. So please, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and check out that playlist. You wouldn't want to miss it. So basically, my Spin the Wheel game basically is taking my miniature, well, not my miniature, is basically taking my keychain patterns that I've done here on my YouTube channel from the time that I started to my panda keychain, I believe. So the Spin the Wheel decides which keychain pattern I make into little mini keychains. So yeah, if you want to see me struggle, and if you want to see me, yeah, struggling to crochet those keychains with a really tiny small hook and very small thread, the smallest hook that the hook that I'm using is my smallest crochet hook for this playlist and or for the series, and I'm using a 0.60mm crochet hook, which is really tiny. So if you want to see me struggle, then go ahead and click on that playlist. You wouldn't want to miss it. And there's been some really cute results from it, so yeah, you wouldn't want to miss that either. But yeah, that is it for today's tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed learning how to crochet this cute little octopus keychain. And yeah, that is it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and happy crocheting. Bye, guys.